Hello everyone, welcome to Pairfect, the ultimate lifestyle show where we highlight the innovators shaping our world. I'm Dinah Ventura. Today we have a very special episode for all of you, especially those who are planning the big day. We're joined by two incredible guests who are not only experts in their fields, but also have first-hand experience in one of the most exciting milestones in life, planning a wedding. Our first guest is Dr. Elmart Yap, an ear, nose, and throat physician, and with him is nurse Erika Soriano, who is not only a dedicated healthcare professional, but is also in the midst of planning her own wedding with Elmart. Together, they're navigating the exciting and sometimes overwhelming world of wedding planning, from the details to the dreams, and of course, the trends that have been shaping how couples are saying I do these days. So tune in as we dive into their journey, wedding trends, and all the joys and challenges of preparing for the big day. Let's welcome Dr. Elmart Yap and Nurse Erika Soriano to the show. Welcome to Pairfect.
Hello, Marina. Thank you for...
Are you surprised to be here?
Yeah.
Very surprised.
So I guess the intro pretty much said it all. Why you're here to talk about your wedding plans? So exciting. So when did you start preparing for the wedding?
Teka.
So yung preparation po,
Oo.
started po ng parang January po ng 2024.
Okay. So you've had more than a year
More
to
than a year
prepare.
to prepare,
Okay.
yes.
Mhm.
Pero before that, syempre nag-propose muna.
Yes.
When did you
Okay.
propose? How did you propose? Syempre.
Okay, let me handle this.
Oh, I see how it's gonna be. Sige. Okay.
Okay, so
Mhm.
I was still a fourth-year I was a fourth-year resident of otorino laryngology head and neck surgery in De La Salle University Medical Center. So I had a paper,
Okay.
descriptive paper that I presented in Vietnam at that time. So before going to Vietnam, I was thinking of proposing already
Okay.
because I'm about to finish finally the grueling residency
Wow.
for 4
How many
years.
4 years. Tagal, ano?
Yeah. So it's not easy to to plan a wedding during the residency, but it works. However, I decided afterwards na lang. So what happened? I've decided to propose during my stay in Vietnam.
Okay.
While I was preparing my presentation to the Asian community, Asian ENTs who will attend the Vietnam summit. So she decided, by the way, to go to Vietnam also, just to see me, of course.
Wow.
Oh.
So, Vietnam was my first out of the country
Okay.
travel.
Okay.
So since I cannot wait anymore, when she came into the room to the hotel where I was staying, because I went ahead.
Okay.
Dugyot. Dugyot galing flight. Kasi
Ah,
Australia
ika.
na po ako nun po.
Yeah, she was at
okay.
Australia.
Then long flight po. Then
Yeah.
Okay, so how
So-
many hours? No.
13.
Okay,
yun,
so
into-
pag-
So,
Dating
all
mo.
planning there, syempre first time ko doon, wala akong kilala. No? So, madaming suggestions yung friends, close friends. However, hindi pa ako marunong mag-navigate
Okay.
in a foreign land.
Okay.
Yan, to put it simply.
Uh-uh.
So, I proposed in the hotel.
Okay.
Okay, when she came in, doon na, nag-propose na agad ako. Hindi ko na kasi ma-contain and excited na akong, let's get this over with.
Yeah.
So I did it. I proposed. It's not very romantic. Yes, I know. Hindi yan, parang wala na masyado akong pinaghandaan. But, I guess yung moment na yun na lang.
Yeah.
Immediately prior to that na, ito na. Gagawin ko na talaga.
Nervous ka din, I'm sure.
Sobra. Mas ninervyos pa ako din kasi doon sa magiging report ko to a group of, doctors around the world actually, because they invited doctors from different parts of the world. So, doon na nag-start yung, I guess, yung journey namin as, as a engaged
couple. Okay. And before that, okay, a little backgrounder kasi, so you were taking up medicine, you were at some point in your studies, no, when you met
Yeah, Erika.
Erika.
Uh-huh.
So you were working already in a hospital?
Apo.
Okay.
For 4 years.
4 years. Okay. So as a nurse.
As a nurse in
And
the
then how did
emergency
you two meet?
department.
How?
Oh, ikaw na dito.
So, ayun na, yearly po, parang may mga bago po kasi yung mga first year po na, ay parang fourth year med. So, yun po yung parang first immerse po nila sa hospital as a doctor na po. So, yun po yung, dun ko po siya na-meet nung pong first year sila. So, ninanavigate pa po nila yung hospital, yung ER especially kasi dun po
You were in the ER.
Yeah,
A
emergency
nurse in the
department. Apo.
ER.
Then, dun po kami nag-meet habang
Sa ER.
sa duty.
Habang sa duty.
Okay. And then when you first met, did you immediately did sparks fly right away?
Wala
Definitely
pong
not.
ganun.
Puro lang kayo, studies
No,
lang talaga.
I was trembling, kasi hindi ko first time sa hospital because my pre-med was nursing also.
Okay.
So may exposure na sa hospital. However, it's different now. I'm
When
a
you're a
doctor.
doctor.
I'm training to be one.
Oo.
So, scared, focused on what to do, and then of course asking the nurses because they're more expert than us for guidance. Doon po kami siguro nag-meet. One of the nurses kasi so tawag namin sa kanya ma'am.
po sila. So, usually kami po yung nag-orient sa ER po na dito kinukuha yung forms
Yeah.
na.
Okay. So eventually, you became friends. Eventually, I'm sure because, di ba, it developed into something. What did you both like about each other that made you want to commit to that person?
In a deeper level?
Okay.
Ikaw na muna.
So, there was one time, may isang patient, of course, and then she was tending to a patient. So, I was taken aback. I was walking around and I was taken aback because she was with the patient, and I saw then na sobrang genuine niya sa patient. Of course, there are treatments, of course, to different nurses sa ibang patient, but doon ko siya nakita na
How she is with other people.
she was with the patient especially. So, doon ko na-realize na, wow, ang ganda niya. I mean, ang ganda ng I mean, in entirety of it.
Oo, that was, okay, that's when you realized.
Yan yung turning point for me.
You saw her.
Not as a nurse anymore, na staff lang, na senior namin doon.
Hindi ko yun
Katouch. Totoo.
So, yun po. That's, yun ang starting
That was
sa akin.
And that's when you decided na parang you want to have to take it to another
level.
na.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doon na po.
Ikaw, how about you?
Ako naman po nung parang nandun na po kami medyo sa dating stage na. Tapos, parang kung paano niya po napaperceive yung relationship, parang in a serious level po. Naiiyak din.
Sige lang. Iyak tayo.
Tapos, parang dun po tinetake niya talaga yung relationship into a serious, talaga siya.
Seryoso siya sa...
Opo, serious matter talaga siya. Kasi, ang isa po sa pinakaayaw ko talaga, parang sa lahat po ng cheating talaga po, yung parang deal breaker.
For you.
Tapos parang, nung dating po kami, wala naman po akong sinasabi po na ganun sa kanya, pero yun yung ayaw niya rin gawin. So parang nakita,
you're the same. When it comes to relationship, yung views ninyo are
I
the
guess,
same.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, to be blunt, if, syempre, you're dating someone, I mean, you expect na maging kayo, sana.
Yes, of course.
And then, why date someone or ask for their hand if, you have, you'd be committing something, a sin or negligence in their relationship. So, bakit ka mag-cheat? Kasi pinurso mo nga di ba?
Yeah, so you want that for keeps,
Yeah.
di ba?
Tsaka, siya po yung first boyfriend ko, so wala po akong alam sa dating.
Okay.
So, yung mga nakadate po, hindi ko po siya ma-consider as date kasi parang hindi naman po kami naging umabot dun sa mga consecutive na labas na lumalabas. Pero siya lang po talaga yung parang nakita ko, serious talaga pala siya. Parang ganun po.
So parang siya lang yung person that you dated and was comfortable with to date, like, to keep
Opo.
seeing, para kung baga.
Actually po, nung pong first na lumabas po kami, nag-bacon house. Pero as casual lang po yun.
Ito yung bacon,
Opo.
sorry.
Pinagsarahan na po kami ng restaurant. As in, tuloy-tuloy po yung
kwentuhan
conversations.
niyo. Wow.
Kaya parang, okay. Tapos po nung pag-uwi mo, pag-uwi ko po, parang, yung hindi ka nag-iisip na parang, sana pala hindi na lang ako pupunta. Yung parang gano'n.
Parang you were just happy.
Opo, gano'n. Ganong feeling.
That's nice. Kasi parang you're millennials, di ba? So I think a lot of people your age don't really think about marriage pa. Or at all. Di ba? So for me, you're a different breed. So what made you decide to really settle down na? Was it just because you want to have kids na ba? Or what?
Well, because I guess right age,
Right.
I'm
Ready.
I
Ready
can,
na.
I can provide already after residency.
Yeah.
I know I can.
That's
And-
important talaga sa mga
To sustain
men,
it.
no?
Yeah.
Oo.
Yeah, it's difficult but yun po yung turning point. Yung gusto ko na mag-settle
Yung
down. Kasi
readiness
after
na.
nung residency years talaga nakapagod.
Tsaka you most of your through the yung most of the years in your relationship, you were telling me earlier that
we've
long
been apart,
distance,
yeah.
LDR.
Yeah. So, about 6.5 years of LDR.
Wow.
0.5 years or half a year na
Yun lang po yung
magkasama kami in the
magkasama kami.
Philippines.
Yung start po ng relationship.
How did you
Ganun.
keep that going? That's hard, di ba?
Communication, sobrang
Talaga?
importante po
Like
talaga.
how? Like you have a schedule?
Every night, no? Every night po, parang magkausap po kami every day.
Okay. So dapat talaga. Even if it's
Constant.
mahirap, gagawin nyo.
Opo.
But actually ako, ayoko na sana ng ganun. Kasi every night, come on, ako nun na,
Pagod ka.
every night.
Pero po, nung pong during those times po, nung mga aral-aral, siya po yung nagsabi sa akin na, baka hindi tayo makapag-usap every night. Pero siya naman po yung tumatawag. So, nag-uusap kami every day.
Well, of course, kasi pag lalo na pag nag-aaral ka, sige,
Yung
call lang,
Either.
o dyan, mute lang, as long as, you can see the person, it's
Yeah.
fine. Siguro yun yung gusto niya. Pero yeah,
Nag-work.
yeah, almost every night,
That's
I
nice.
guess.
Okay. Okay, ganda naman. So you came to a point na talaga you decided to, so kayo, you're engaged now. So planning stage.
Opo, ayan.
Okay, so ngayon kasi we know that there are a lot of wedding trends and couples now. Excuse me. Very unique yung mga ideas nila for weddings. Like I think like generations ago, it was all very traditional, di ba? Yung parents would be very involved in the planning and guest list, di ba? Yung mga ganyan. So, what was it like for you? Who was doing the planning, I'm sure?
Mostly po, ako po talaga.
Okay. So, ano yung vision mo for your own wedding? What did you want it to be?
Gusto ko po na yung sa wedding po, yung po nandun talaga yung mga taong matutuwa po talaga na ikakasal kami. Not necessarily po na dahil relatives po ng ganun. Pero yung mga tao na parang nung na-meet po naming dalawa as a pair, as a couple po, so parang kilala po nila yung na kami po. Tapos magiging parang yung may isip mo po na magsastay siya for long sa
In
sa
your
whole
Relationship namin.
marriage.
ngayon. Kaya
So, you wanted to be small and intimate.
yun po yung gusto ko initially.
Okay.
Pero sabi niya po, you're gonna be married once.
So,
Make
If
it
once na
grand.
talaga. Hopefully.
Make it grand.
okay, on that controversial note, we'll pause for a break.
All right.
This break is brought to you by Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart. Live more today. Union Bank. It starts with you.
Usapang OFW is the show that honors the journeys of our modern-day heroes, our OFWs. Join Chingmi Fernandez, John Dodson, and Rafi Ayang every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. to hear the real stories behind the sacrifices. Watch it live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Want to hear from thought leaders shaping our world? Straight Talk with Chito Lazada and Ted Montalibano dives into leadership, politics, and business every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Catch conversation live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Ready for the hot takes of today's biggest issues? Hot Patatas with Vernon Velasco and Carl Magadia delivers the news that matters. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Tune in live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok, where the real talk happens.
Utol, once just a colloquial term for a brother or sister, today the same term stands for a better option to your transportation needs. Unified Transport Operations League, or better known as Utol, was established to give you an alternative to ride-hailing, with the concept of availing the service with care and compassion, as if it was rendered by your own sibling. Now, who would you prefer to drive you home? Utol, the ride-hailing app to consider.
Alam niyo yung kasabihan ng mga matatanda, nabigyan mo ng isda ang isang tao, makakakain siya na isang araw. Turuan mo siya mga isda, nakakakain siya habang buhay. Tayo sa Kaunlad Pinoy Party List ay naniniwala na ang pagtaguyod ng sariling kakayahan at pagtatag ng negosyo ay daan tungo sa kasaganahan at kaunlaran. Bawat Pilipino, dapat may negosyo.
Kaunlad Pinoy Party List number 133.
Hindi lang natin sila basta tuturuan mga isda, bibigyan rin natin sila ng bangka.
Welcome back to Pairfect. We're still here with our engaged couple,
Yes.
Dr. Elmart and Erika. So we were talking about how you became a couple. And now, let's talk about your wedding planning. Okay, so I know you're both very busy in your healthcare jobs. Diba? That's very demanding. How do you find the time to plan a wedding? And what have been the other challenges that you encountered?
So yung planning po, ang dami po ka na kasi yung suppliers. Ang
Okay.
dami na pong choices.
I know.
Tas
Kakahilo, no? Oo.
Tsaka kailangan mo rin pong, siguro kailangan alam mo lang kung ano yung gusto mo.
Okay.
Then dun po mag-end up kung ano po yung mabubuk mong supplier, ganyan.
Okay. Parang
Parang mahirap po. Initially po, kasi hindi pa naman masyado tayong okay. Okay po kami financially sa mga, sa sweldo po ganyan. Pero hindi pa po kami yung earning ng sobrang laki. So iniisip po namin, parang, okay, maganda yung mga plano, pero kaya ba? Parang ganon.
Okay, so
It's budget.
budget.
So isa rin siya sa
Oo.
kinoconsider.
Scheduling, was that difficult?
Scheduling po
Or like finding the schedule, the
Ay,
date?
opo.
That was hard, no?
Yeah.
Kasi may mga shifts po kami.
Oo.
You mean the date of the wedding?
Yeah, figuring out what date. Yun ba yung
The
first
date,
thing?
hindi yun yung first choice actually.
Di ba
It was-
mahirap mag-match ng available ba yung church at saka yung restaurant?
Yeah,
Opo.
yeah, yeah.
Mga ganon,
Church
di ba?
muna.
Oo.
Kaya church
Okay.
po talaga yung,
Kasi-
kasi yun po yung pinangarap kong church ever
Oo nga.
since.
O yun, so tell us about it. Kasi sabi mo kanina, kailangan alam mo yung gusto mo eh. Parang you were telling us earlier that you already knew what church you wanted to get married in.
Opo. So,
Oo.
nung medyo bata pa po ako.
Bata pa rin.
So, may post po sa social media po nun. And nakita ko lang po yung church. Then, brinouse ko po yung church. Then, sinearch ko po talaga kung anong name. Kasi hindi po nakapost talaga yung name. Tapos, nung nakita ko po yung church talaga, sabi ko, gusto ko dito ikasal pag ikakasal ako.
Oo.
Pero wala pang boyfriend.
Wala pang
Wala pang boyfriend. So,
Okay, so-
yun po. Tapos, sinabi ko po sa kanya, kasi yung lugar ko po ako sa Indang, Cavite. Then
Okay.
siya po sa Parañaque.
Okay.
So, parang ang halfway namin, hindi naman siya sobrang halfway, pero isa po sa option is Tagaytay.
Okay.
And malapit po siya sa Tagaytay din. So, parang itinanong ko po siya kung okay sa kanya yung church.
Yeah, so okay na sa akin. So it's St. Benedict then.
Saint
St.
Benedict.
Benedict Parish, yeah.
Okay.
Then, yung pong target po namin sanang date, actually, basta na lang po kasi siya nagsabi na, "Ay, magkasal na kaya tayo ng parang iniisip po kasi namin, after engagement, parang po kasing naka-float ka lang, na-engage ka. Parang hindi mo kagad maisip na mag-plan na agad.
Oo.
Kasi hindi ko po sure kung ano pong plan po talaga na parang kailan po. Kasi, ayun, hindi pa po namin nasimulan yung conversation. Then sabi niya, what if 2025?
Okay.
Tapos, napag-usapan po namin na sa end ba ng 2025 o sa medyo simula ng year. Tapos doon po nag-end up po na sa medyo start po ng year. Then, nag-search po kami so parang nag-end up po sa April. And then, yung date po, gusto po sana namin 2 kasi October 2nd po yung anniversary po na.
niya.
Opo. Then,
to maintain it, it's 2
Opo,
of the
2.
month. However, hindi available in April 2. So 3 na lang.
Okay, 2 days of celebration.
So, yun.
Okay, all right. So, okay, and so what other details did you have to consider when planning? So, di ba, figuring out the date, the church, the venue for your reception, ano pa?
yung makeup artist, yung
Ang dami.
actually, yun po yung una kong binook.
Okay.
Then, na nalaman ko po, meron po pala sa pag-prepare ng wedding na transpo fee.
Okay.
Doon ko lang po siya nalaman na, besides po sa rate nila, may
Meron ka
additional
pa,
pang rate
yeah.
pa po pala na dapat
Okay.
i-consider.
So, yung mga surprises na gano'n na.
Opo. Yung po parang, okay.
Yeah, and yung mga permits.
Permits.
And then, of course, yung mga yung mga visitors or yung mga invited.
Oh, guest
Because-
list.
Yeah, guest list. Because,
Yun
well,
sobrang-
mostly sa kanya, taga-ano lang naman po, Indang or nearby, Cavite.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Sa'yo,
Manila. Yung sa akin po kasi, my side of the family, we're mainly from Visayas and Mindanao.
Okay.
I was born in Zamboanga.
I see. Ang
Yeah,
layo.
so mga Bisaya po kami. My father is a pure Cebuano.
Okay.
My mother from Zamboanga del Sur. So yung mga pupunta, saan sila mag-stay, so I need to think about it, yung sino susundo. So additional gastos po yun. But yeah, yung mga visitors, you need to think about them. Ano ba, yung mga permits actually. And then of course, since ano naman siguro to, tape naman to. So let me share. Ewan ko papayag siya, but let me share. Ang one of the challenging is yung approval sa civil registry.
Why?
Kasi po, we are married already in Australia.
Elope.
Pero this was blessed by the both immediate families.
Okay.
So they know na kasal na kami magpapakasal kami.
Sa church? Parang church wedding?
No,
naman
it's
to.
civil.
wedding
So
po.
you
In
had-
Australia.
Okay.
So in Australia, we are
Married.
married already.
Okay.
Legally.
Okay.
So
Di po alam.
apparently, kailangan namin i-register agad pala sana yun. Sa
Sa...
consulate or embassy in the
Embassy.
Philippines, in the Australia, sa Philippine Embassy.
Okay.
However, hindi na. So umuwi ako ng Philippines. We were married there, but here, yes, I'm still single, technically. And then, nung nag-file na kami for the marriage sa church, doon na po pala yung may query na kailangan palang yun.
Kasi re-register pa po
Register.
siya sa PSA.
Okay.
Yeah, so I need to
Bumalik ulit.
go back to Australia agad-agad.
Para po ma-register po namin kasi kailangan po 2 signatories po na present po.
Yeah, I guess, para sa akin, yun yung nasira yung timeline ko. Kasi dapat nasa Philippines na ako at this time. But
Yeah.
kailangan po pumunta ng Australia.
Okay.
Para on my end, yun po yung
Yun na.
pinaka-stressful.
Okay.
But of course, yung the rest, the planning, sa kanya po lahat yun.
Ako po yung super stress.
Are you very detail-oriented or you just, do you make
yung sa-
lists? Ganyan?
Ay, opo, meron po kaming initially po nung naghahanap po kami ng venue for the reception, syempre kailangan nyo mong i-consider yung distance niya from the church. Kasi yung church po, yun hindi mo na siya pwedeng palitan.
nga.
So parang kailangan na lang po namin mamili ng venues na malapit po
Around.
sa church.
And
Opo.
you decided on?
Antigua de la Cumbre, which is in Silang
Cavite.
Cavite too,
Okay.
na mga 19 minutes away from the church.
Okay.
Nung umuwi po ako nung preparation days po namin, para po makita po yung venue kasi magaganda po talaga siya sa pictures. Then meron po kami nakitang venue na sobrang liit nung pasukan papunta dun sa venue, then walang magandang parking space. So, doon lang po namin nalaman. Pero ang ganda po kasi, usually parang mabablind po kayo sa advertisements.
Oo nga.
Kasi yung venue po talaga lang yung mag-view. Pero po yung around it, hindi niyo na po makikita. So, kailangan,
Oh, that's good advice.
important talaga po na makita
Yeah,
yung
you go
check it
there,
out.
check it.
And then may pinuntahan po kaming venue po na maganda siya sa picture, pero nung pumunta kami, wala yung spirit ng this is it, walang ganun po.
Walang spirit.
Yung walang,
Oo nga.
wala yung vibe na
Walang
ito yung
chemistry.
Walang chemistry. Yun, yung tama.
Oo.
So, yun po. Then, yung iba naman, yung isa naman, kasi medyo overrated siya yung isa. So, kaya hindi naman po dahil overrated siya, kaya hindi mo siya pinili. Pero nung pumunta po kami dun sa venue po na pinili namin, andun po talaga na parang, ito yung gusto naming venue.
Okay.
Yun.
Mostly siya.
Oo, yun.
Around how many venues did you look at to decide before you decided?
4?
Around
Okay.
4.
Okay na yun. Tapos, alam mo lang, you just have a feeling about a place.
Basta in distance talaga. So you consider the distance from the church.
And pasok sa budget.
Yung plans niyo for your wedding, like, did you base it on any specific trend? Or, I'm sure you've attended other weddings in the past. So, parang, maybe you have an idea what you want. So, was it based on any kind of trend at all?
Instagram.
Talaga?
Instagram,
Mga inspos
TikTok.
po.
Ah,
Pero
Inspos.
mostly po yung inspos po na nakikita po namin. Sa ibang bansa po siya.
Okay.
So parang ikaw na lang yung mag-ano ng, parang medyo kagaya ng vibe nitong yung supplier. So yun siya po yung kukunin mo. Ganun.
So, ano yung pinili mong inspo vibe?
Gusto ko po yung, Night Full of Stars. Yung puro lights po. Mahilig po kasi ako sa
Mahilig
lights.
siya sa ilaw, yes. So magastos to. Sa kuryente, sa bahay.
Oh, hindi po ako flowers.
So light.
Lights po talaga.
Yun niya talaga.
Kahit
Ayoko
po,
ng flowers. Lights lahat.
kahit,
Pati sa table,
First time
kandila.
ko marinig ko. Talaga.
yun po yung, kasi kahit dati, yung mga ilaw-ilaw lang,
You're happy
natutuwa
with
na
that
po ako
na.
dun. So, nung nakita ko po na parang, may ganong style sila na ginawa talaga nila na mukhang starry night siya or night full of stars, yun po yung parang tinaturn
That's
po
your
nila.
inspiration.
Tapos yun po talaga.
Yun na
Then
talaga.
tapos
Ang
parang
galing,
nauso po na sobrang daming candles yung nilalagay po nila sa on top ng tables po.
Tables,
So parang
oo.
sabi ko, parang maganda yun, puro ilaw.
Okay.
Kaya yun.
So, also, another aspect of getting married, di ba, yung the traditions that come with it. Sometimes, those clash with personal desires. Kung ano yung gusto nyo versus what traditions dictate, di ba? So, how are you navigating those family expectations versus your own vision for your wedding? Or did they give you parang 100%
Freedom?
carte blanche
Yeah.
on your planning?
Well, on my side, sa family side ko, my mother initially, Misha told me na, can we invite? Can we do this? Can we? Then, buti na lang po, si father, sabi, it's their wedding, stop it.
Okay.
And then, tumigil na po
Okay.
after. So, but still, there's a little bit na, can we invite, tita, tito, lolo, lola, ganyan. May limit naman po kasi yung namin,
Yeah.
yung mga attendees.
So, at least
buti na,
nagtatanong,
just
di ba?
Buti na, just si father na nagsabi na,
Stop.
let them decide.
Okay.
Yeah. But, and mostly, kami naman po yung gagastos. Mostly.
Oo.
But they're helping also.
They're helping. Okay.
A little bit. And then my brothers are helping also.
Great.
Yeah.
Good
Buti
for
na lang.
family.
Yeah. So, yun lang naman issue sa akin. It's only mild. Hindi
Yeah,
naman po kasi
nothing
sila
serious.
yung very traditional, my father and mother. Although they're hardcore Catholics,
Oo.
as in, dasal-dasal. My mother serves in a church.
Oh, okay.
In PCJ in Parañaque,
Ay,
PF Homes. So, yun, hardcore Roman Catholic. She
Pero-
practices it all. But,
She
buti na
didn't.
lang dyan si father talaga.
On my part naman po, Dahil po, ewan ko, siguro
Ayan,
po,
yung part niya talaga.
super independent po ako.
Okay.
Feeling ko po. Ay, independent po ako. Nung po nagka-plan po ako, hindi po ako nanghihingi ng kahit na anong suggestions from family. Ay, kala ko po, kapag nagpe-prepare ng wedding, ganun talaga.
Okay.
Hindi ko po, kasi away po ako from my
Your
family.
family,
So
oo
parang,
nga.
hindi ko po alam na may iba po pala na gustong sobrang involved.
Hindi mo naisip
Hindi ko po
yun.
naisip. So, lahat po ng decisions na ginagawa po namin, kasi lagi ko lang po sa kanya tinatanong kung okay ba to.
Okay.
Hindi po ako nakapanghingi ng
Advice.
po sa mga relatives po. Wala po talaga. Parang puro search lang.
Okay.
Naghahanap lang ng suppliers,
Supplier,
then mamili lang po.
Okay.
Tapos, nung umuwi na po ako sa Pinas, parang gusto rin po pala ng nanay ko na medyo magka-part po sa... Pero yun po, in a way po na parang gusto niya pong tumulong. Pero parang mostly po kasi nabook na po namin. Kasi parang, so parang, ayun, medyo nawala po yung part na nakatulong po siya kasi halos lahat po nabook na po namin. Pero
meron sana siyang mga gusto.
pero so far ngayon po may mga small details po na kailangan pa po naming ayusin.
So,
Nagbibigay
mami mo
po
na.
siya ng suggestion but mostly po ang final decision sa amin naman po.
Maganda yun. You should always involve the family, di ba? Lalo na dito sa atin. But not, up to a certain extent,
Yeah.
di ba?
I guess before, siguro strong yung voices ng
Yeah.
parents, but
Now, yeah.
nowadays, I think yung modern na. I mean, of course there are more modern,
Yeah.
younger couples there. But
Yep.
kami na.
So, all's well that ends well.
Yeah, totoo po.
And so, you were talking about finances kanina, the budget.
Okay.
How like, ano yung naging experience ninyo in terms of that?
Oh, definitely over budget na talaga.
So, you start out thinking, ito lang
ito
gagastusin
lang
ko.
talaga. Specifically, ito lang dito, strict tayo dito because we're not rich. We're, we're eating but not rich. Ganun.
So, what do you do? How do you handle that?
Nung nag-start po kasi kami mag-book ng mga suppliers, mostly ako pa lang yung mas stable nun. So,
Yeah.
book, so,
I was, starting pa lang po.
Okay.
Still, actually, I was reviewing for the board exam
Okay.
in ENT in the Philippines. So,
Wow.
siya muna yung nag-ano talaga. Siya yung capacity. Siyempre ako, konting sweldo ng private institution na resident. Wala yun.
Not so.
So nung nag-start po kami mag-plan and mag-book, so halos ako po yung nag-book po. Tapos, sa awa naman po ng Diyos, gumanda po yung ano niya po, yung sa income niya din po. So parang ako yung nag-start, siya yung magtatapos.
Oh my God. So, pero if you had to adjust, like, syempre, you had this initial thinking na ito lang yung budget nyo, and then, of course, it will balloon.
Yes.
What would you prioritize most? Like, if you had to trim on something, ano yun? Ano yung pinaka-importanteng aspect sa inyo na kailangan?
The venue.
The venue.
Food.
Food. Siguro since Starnet yung gusto niya, the decor. That's it. The rest, we can juggle it through, adjust. However, sinabi ko na talaga sa kanya, and sa coordinator, si Miss Jen, kung ano pong gusto ni Eka, sundin po natin.
Yes. Go bride.
Leave it up to me na lang po to look for the ways
To pay for everything. Yes.
to manage.
Okay.
But yeah, we
Saya.
need to set pero may limit pa rin na.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. So,
Yes.
we could go far lang po na konti lang na away from the budget. But,
Just
Not
Adjust
too
pa lang.
much.
Yeah.
not too much.
Okay, good. Better start it right, di ba?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pause for a short break before we continue and then wrap up soon. Okay.
And this break is brought to you by Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart. Live more today. Union Bank. It starts with you.
Usapang OFW is the show that honors the journeys of our modern-day heroes, our OFWs. Join Chingby Fernandez, John Dodson, and Rafi Ayang every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. to hear the real stories behind the sacrifices. Watch it live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok.
Want to hear from thought leaders shaping our world? Straight Talk with Chito Lazada and Ted Montelibano dives into leadership, politics, and business every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Catch conversation live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok.
Ready for the hot takes of today's biggest issues? Hot Patatas with Vernon Velasco and Carl Magadia delivers the news that matters. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Tune in live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok, where the real talk happens.
Utol, once just a colloquial term for a brother or sister. Today, the same term stands for a better option to your transportation needs. Unified Transport Operations League, or better known as UTOL, was established to give you an alternative to ride-hailing, with the concept of availing the service with care and compassion, as if it was rendered by your own sibling. Now, who would you prefer to drive you home? Uto, the ride-hailing app to consider.
Alam niyo yung kasabihan ng mga matatanda, nabigyan mo ng isda ang isang tao, makakakain siya ng isang araw. Turuan mo siya mangisda, makakakain siya habang buhay. Tayo sa Kaunlad Pinoy Party List ay naniniwala na ang pagtaguyod ng sariling kakayahan at pagtatag ng negosyo ay daan tungo sa kasaganahan at kaunlaran. Bawat Pilipino, dapat may negosyo.
Kaunlad Pinoy Party List number 133.
Hindi lang natin sila basta tuturuan mangisda, bibigyan rin natin sila ng bangka.
Welcome back to Pairfect. We're still talking about wedding plans. Okay, Dr. Elmart and Erika. May I call you? So, saya, no? Mag-plan. Hindi naman masyadong masakit ang ulo.
Masaya na po na medyo nag-start po kami ng maagang mag-plan. Kasi nagkaroon po kami ng enough time po na ma-plan na hindi po super rush po yung mga decisions.
Yeah,
Tama.
so it's good thought if you're planning. Plan a year ahead.
Yeah.
Siguro
Good advice,
minimum,
good advice. Minimum.
minimum a year ahead. Although you can do it a little bit rush, a few
Yeah.
months. Yes, it's doable. But maganda talaga yung year ahead. Kaya nandun talaga yung thought na gusto mo nalang matapos. Yun pa lang inisip eh. Gusto mo matapos.
I just wanna get married.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that's important. Diba? All these things that you have to do, most of them for other people, diba? Pero yun, there's this question about a wedding is supposed to be yours, diba? It's not just about the event itself, which you try to plan to be as fun and as nice as possible. Pero it's all about you as a couple, diba? So, how are you making sure that your wedding day will reflect who you are as a couple? Yun. What's truly important to you?
Siguro one
both.
factor po yung mga suppliers po and everything. Personal choices po talaga namin siya. Na yung may suggestions pero more on namili lang din po kami sa suggestions nila. Pero kami po yung nag-decide po talaga na okay, ito yung mangyayari sa wedding. Open naman po kami for suggestions, ganyan. Pero at least yung relatives naman po namin, even though magsasuggest sila, hindi naman po sila yung sobrang nasasaktan if ever na hindi po yung option po nila yung napili namin. So, at yung support din ng family, importante din po sa pagpaplan.
So on the big day siguro, well, her presence and then the immediate families, yung greatest factor for me. And then
Everyone you love around you.
yeah, yun yung pinaka-important in a wedding.
Surrounded ka ng
Family, friends. Yeah.
Going back dun sa suppliers, yeah. So we've been talking about the suppliers. So wedding expos.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you went to a wedding expo?
Yes, we went in
How many?
World Trade Center.
Dalawa.
We had 2 wedding expos actually.
Tagaytay, kasalang Tagaytay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wedding.
yeah. And then the
It's a
World Trade
World
Center.
Trade Center.
Okay, so how was that experience?
Oh, it was
Overwhelming.
overwhelming. So, pasok ko talaga, as in, na-overwhelm talaga ako na.
Okay.
Kasi,
Wonderland.
you saw something now, this is the, right, for example, lights and sounds. And there's, meron pa dun sa, lights and sounds,
Ganun
and then, ang dami nilang offers then. But it's a good thing that you go there for
Yeah.
young couples.
Because
You get the freebies. Na yung mga, especially sa food.
okay.
It's fun, actually. It's fun. There's a raffle. You could win.
Yeah,
Oh,
correct.
Did you win?
No. But there's a raffle.
Okay.
And then, of course, the discounts. Yun talaga yung, I think, biggest factor. The
Good
discounts,
prices,
good
oo.
prices. And then, you can somehow see yourself na maganda sila gumawa. Kasi may mga samples sila doon. So that's a big factor when you go to Wedding Expo. And especially us, we have it in Silang, Cavite. So we went to a little bit locally, doon
Yeah.
sa Tagaytay nga po. Sa kasalang Tagaytay.
Okay.
Kasi mag-iiba po yung supply rate. If you
Kasi
get the
within
supplies
Cavite.
within Cavite.
So, mas ano siya?
Mas mababa po.
Mas mababa
that's
yung
a
price.
good idea.
Kasi we're outside of Metro Manila. So, yun nga yung transpo fee.
Tama.
Na-cut down po yun.
Ay,
Tremendously.
Okay.
Yan.
So, good advice then. So, go to
Wedding
Wedding.
expos.
wedding expos and consider yung mga locations nila.
Yeah. And if you have good friends who have connections,
Yes.
grab them.
Grab them. Oh, tama. That's why it's important to ask around.
Opo.
Yeah.
No? Sa mga,
Sa mga nauna
family.
sa inyo na nakasama.
And in addition lang po dun sa Wedding Expo, at least dun po maging aware ka kung ano ba yung price ranges. At least dun ka po makakapag-play around. Okay, over budget pala yung nakita ko na parang may ganito pala na maganda pero ganito lang yung rate niya. So, at least magiging aware ka na pwede pala na mas mura lang.
Yes.
Pwede pang
Correct.
ganun.
So, it's important to shop around.
Yep.
talaga.
Correct.
Yep.
Opo.
Okay, ang galing. Ang ganda ng mga advice ninyo sa couple and thank you very much for sharing that. So, we wish you both best of luck and
Thank you so much.
congratulations.
Thank you very
in advance.
much.
But before we end the show, perhaps you'd like to give advice or share some of your thoughts to our viewers, especially those who are also planning their wedding or who are in relationships, mga ganun. What would you like to say them before we say goodbye?
Okay. Siguro for young couples are starting out, or especially guys, I'm talking to the guys there. So when you, pursue someone, make sure you pursue for the right reasons and you're capable. You're doing it for the right reasons. And then when you're together, you need to stay in together for the right reasons also. And then it's not a one-man show anymore. So do it right, stay it right, and just go along with the course, just have fun.
Yeah.
Yun po.
Yeah.
And sa mga couple, wag po silang matakot sa distance. Kasi
Yeah,
in
correct.
reality po, if gusto mo talaga yung isang tao, distance will not matter really.
Yeah.
So, yun.
Oo, mostly kasi pag distance talaga isa.
Takot
Laging ginagawa
Takot na.
siyang reason. But if you're really invested dun sa person, parang distance is not really a problem. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's not an excuse.
Yeah. Apparently, hindi pala talaga factor in distance. Well, for us,
For us,
No,
nagkataon
not
po talaga
everyone.
na we're blessed.
It's not a factor.
Oo nga eh. From calling like every once in a while, naging every day.
Every day. Yeah.
Okay.
And in training pa yun, busy schedules. So,
Talaga if you love a person, you will make an effort. No?
Yes.
you will have time.
You will have time.
Correct. You'll make
See?
time.
Okay. Thank you very much,
You're
both of you.
welcome,
I
ma'am.
really
Thank you.
enjoyed my conversation with you both.
Yeah, thank you po.
So once again, a huge thank you to Dr. Elmart Yap and nurse Erika Soriano for sharing their journey with us today and offering such a wonderful perspective on wedding planning. From the trends to the personal touches, it's clear that their love story is one for the books. So, so to our viewers, remember, no matter how big or small the celebration, your wedding is about the connection and commitment you're making to each other. It's your special day, so make it your own. Keep planning, keep celebrating, and always remember to enjoy every moment of the journey. This is Dinah Ventura reminding you to live authentically and stay curious. Until next time, take care and keep inspiring.
This public service announcement is brought to you by Meralco.
Alam nyo ba kung saan napupunta ang binabayad nyo sa Meralco? Dito sa series na ito, isa-isahin natin yan para maipaliwanag ko po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Joe Saldarriaga ng Meralco Corporate Communication Office. Alam nyo ba na pag nagbabayad kayo ng bill sa kuryente, nasa mga 20% lang on the average ang napupunta sa Meralco? Sa katotohanan, nahahati sa iba't ibang components ang inyong electricity bill. Kumbaga parang pizza lang yan. Kasama sa binabayaran natin ay ang generation charge na napupunta sa generation companies o mga nag-ooperate ng power plants, transmission charge na napupunta sa System Grid Operator ng Pilipinas, na National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, at iba-ibang charges na napupunta sa gobyerno. Tulad po ito ng mga subsidies, taxes, universal charges at fit-all. Kung tutuusin, tulad nga nabanggit ko, nasa around 20% on the average ang kabuang bill ang binabayad sa Meralco sa pamamagitan ng distribution charge. Ito na ang pinaka-epektibong sistema para sa electricity consumer. Iwas abala ito para hindi na isa-isahin pang bayaran ng iba't ibang kumpanya na dinadaanan ng kuryente. Naway, nabigyan linaw ko po kayo kahit papano sa inyong mga katunungan ukol sa inyong electricity bill. Hanggang sa muli, ako po si Manong Joe, ang inyong lingkod.